full tete-a-tete. Together at the very moment with a sparkling wine with a husband must have made more delightful the charming conversation of the wife.
That's singular. What does it mean?
Let's see. Ring, then. What are you going to do with it? Make a present.
You know our little scheme.
By Jove, they're gold. If you count on using the same stratagem every day, our scheme will soon go bankrupt. By the way, that dinner amused me. What a curious figure our young initiate cut.
Initiate? Into what mystery? Is he speaking of me? Who's confident?
How he trembled, poor fellow, when he raised his glass. How amusing, too, with his cushions.
He is certainly speaking of me and of the dinner today.
You will return it, I suppose, to the jeweler?
Return the chain.
They are making a plaything of me. There must be a motive. All these words are so many enigmas.
I think you better dismiss him.
As you wish. But who knows if tomorrow, tonight, perhaps even within an hour...
Do you mean...
A storm.
Heavens, he is her lover.
It seemed to me that something moved.
Yes. I thought I heard a sigh.
Oh, it is probably Madeleine. She is working in the cabinet. Freezing. Oh, damn it.
So, they're closing us, huh?
Closing us? Why should they close us? We are doing business.
Yeah, the theater's full of crowds.
What does it matter as long as they pay?
Have they done anything to repair those radiators?
Not yet.
Oh. Oh, Parmentier, please, I beg you, come and go out, but close that goddamn door.
Why should they close us? We've done nothing wrong.
Well, there's a war on, haven't you heard?
Let me look at you. Do you know what you are?
Your bank account.
No. The greatest stars since Sarah Bernhardt.
Ooh.
The applause. They're still applauding.
Would you mind? The door.
The door.
Shut it! Oh! Your backstage is an icebox, Compon.
You can't complain, my little pet. Your heater still works.
Thank you, I'll survive.
We'll all survive, my children. The theater will not close. We will work. And so will all the radiators, even backstage.
Bravo, Compon. You are a great director.
Is this true?
Well, there's just one little thing. Nothing, really.
Here it
A
comes.
mere detail, just a formality. I'll tell you later.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
You know, we got a summons last week. That bastard who sells his black market coal turned us in. I thought he was a gentleman. His sister is the mistress of a colonel on the staff of General Dietrich. The breath I wasted trying to explain the coal's not for me, but for my actors, my public. I brought up art, the prestige of Paris, the morale of the population. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're all asses. They calmly told me they were going to close the theater as an example. Close my
Mine is much
theater.
too neat for the love scene, do you know?
But now we're all set. The show goes on, and the coal situation is in the bag.
Almost.
What do you mean, almost?
Remember that mere detail?
Ah, yes, I've just had a little chat with a very important person at his invitation in his box.
I think I should change the color of my base.
Box
I don't
8,
think so.
second tier, near the stage.
Well, Jacqueline ought to be pale.
No.
The public likes you as you are.
This man out front is very important. He can keep our theater open, get us out of this black market mess. You must see him.
What does he want in exchange?
Little chat.
What sort of a chat?
Just a chat, that's all. 5 minutes, no more. Right here in your dressing room.
In my dressing room?
Social, just social.
No, don't do it, Carola. I'll stay with you.
Then you'll say yes.
Oh, all right, if it'll help.
It will. We'll keep the theater from closing.
Closing? Then you must see this man, whoever he is.
What's his name?
General von Claudius, in charge of defense installations on the whole Western Front.
General von Claudius.
The General von Claudius himself.
You know him.
He wants to see me.
That's why he came. Outside of you, he doesn't seem to care about the play.
Well, I cannot see him. Anyone else, anyone, but not him.
Carola is right. I'd rather eat dirt than go with the
If we
Germans.
close, that's what you will eat.
Well, I'd rather and choke, and then I won't have to see those Germans anymore.
They'll survive.
Don't do it, Carola.
You're an idiot. Who do you think will be the winners in this dirty war? The ones who stay alive. And our lives, yours, mine, everyone's, depends on the operation of this theater. Carola, your duty is to see General von Claudius.
I am free to do as I like.
No, you're not.
No.
You owe yourself to the theater.
To your fellow players.
I refuse to see General von Claudius. Is that clear?
Then we close?
So what? There's still the streets.
There. You see? You're making Josette a whore.
Indecent.
Immoral.
Oh, leave me alone! Oh, please, I beg you, don't force me.
Watch your makeup. You pimp. And you pig.
Leave me alone with Carola.
My dressing room is freezing.
You've got your electric heater.
It doesn't work.
Will you get out of here? Now. And you too, dearie.
She stays.
This is our affair, darling.
Oh, my affair, surely.
Whatever you say, my sweetheart.
Who are they?
Admirers of Carola, I suppose.
You were in love with von Claudius?
I knew him.
I see. Well, that's no reason for not seeing him now. If we refuse to talk to all the people we've ever slept with, there wouldn't be much conversation, would there? Especially in our business.
Mireille, give me the blue ribbon.
The velvet ones? Yes.
You see, if we're really honest with ourselves, we have to admit happiness exists only in the imagination. Most idyllic nights of love were spoiled by indigestion. Pastoral promenades under blossoming cherry trees were ruined by hay fever. But in our memories, the only things that live on are a bewitching smile, the inviting grasp of a little white hand. Carola, when I look back on my life, there are only a few moments when I'm certain I was completely happy. During those curtain calls, when the public went wild over you. Forgive me, but those moments were for me our real moments of love. Can't hurt you to see von Claudius. He doesn't exist. People in real life don't exist. Von Claudius is less real than your lover or husband in our play. Use your imagination. Create a new image of an ideal von Claudius. Remember the mornings he used to bring you flowers? Heaps of flowers. He silently slipped into your room and gently transformed the whole place into a nest of flowers. Then he stood, watching you adoringly, as the perfume sweetly aroused you. You open your eyes. He opens his arms. You rise, Marguerite Gautier, and come to him, crushing the fragrant blossoms with your bare feet. Roses. No, no, gardenias. Roses have thorns.
Stop it. Get out of here. You are a worm.
Why? What's wrong?
Nothing was wrong. That's the way it happened.
Forgive me. I am an idiot.
How beautiful. You'd better get ready for the third act.
Yes?
Have you seen a young man, tall and thin, blue tie, brown hair, brown sweater, khaki raincoat?
Who gave you permission to come back?
Ah, I see. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
This door?
The dressing room of our star.
Carola Jansen.
You wish to speak with her?
Not right now. Where's your phone?
My office.
Show me.
Gentlemen, this way.
Grandpa should never have told me he was out front. How will I act?
Oh, don't worry about that.
The sash is too high.
Oh?
Grandpa said box H.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's much better.
I liked it better the other way.
No, too modern. I must fix my face. He was my first lover. I might even say my first love. My only love.
Four-star general. Must be well-to-do. Good family?
Oh, his family is completely international. His mother was lady-in-waiting to the Empress of Russia. Oh, his ancestors served the Byzantine emperors. His lineage goes all the way back to the Romans.
My first one was a sailor. I met him on a merry-go-round. Then he went to Africa and I never saw him again. Well, I love Ernest, but... oh, that sailor. I will never forget him.
I never forgot France.
France, that is his name. You're upset.
Being silly.
Oh.
Mireille, do you believe it's true what your Jewish friend told you in Marseille?
Well, he was a bit out of his mind, but yes, I believe it's true. He told what they did to an old woman. She refused to give them an address. So they filled the bathtub with...
No.
Yes, it's better not to talk about it. And the poor man was a bit mixed up.
When I was a little girl, I had a school friend. I was very fond of her. And then one day we found out that her brother was a murderer. After he went to prison, his sister tried to see me. I refused. I just couldn't.
But why? That poor girl was not guilty of anything.
What is guilt? Perhaps just to know. Just to be silent. Well, Camille, why the long face? What's wrong?
Well, things aren't so good. Well, in fact, they're bad. The Gestapo's in the theater.
Gestapo?
2 Frenchmen in civilian clothes. I spotted them in the hall while I was fixing a window. And when I got back to my place downstairs, I found Antoinette trembling. I asked her what was wrong. She said while I was gone fixing a window, this young man came into the stage door and asked her for permission to see you.
Antoinette let him in?
Well, yes. Well, the kid was hardly in the theater when these 2 Gestapo men tapped on the window. Oh, very polite, like gentlemen. But Antoinette knew, especially when they showed their cards. Then they asked if she'd seen a man, young, brown sweater, blue tie, raincoat. It was the kid she just let in.
But why? Oh, for God's sakes. I mean, there's a strict company rule. No visitors without a pass.
Yeah, but you know Antoinette. But the kid was so sincere, she thought you'd be glad to see him, so she let him in.
What do they want him for?
Who knows?
Where are the Gestapo agents?
The Caron. And they ordered me to lock in both the stage doors, the one to the street and the 2 to the audience.
Then we're locked up. Oh, I'll refuse to play Act 3.
Ah, yes, you will.
What about me? All I try to do is mind my own socks. This kid has to butt in. This goddamn kid, he's gonna send me to Germany. Jesus. Antoinette alone, and with that furnace. She's so delicate, you know her. A little doll, a doll. The baby, a baby without a father. Now, that's bad. That goddamn kid.
Locked up. I just can't stand being locked up.
No, we can't let them grab him.
Who?
The kid.
Oh.
Two things. Either I fish him out of some trap door where he's hiding, then I can take care of him, or he finds his way and pops up here.
Oh, I hope he doesn't.
Well, if he does. Now, here's what you do. Now, you know the theater, right?
Like the back of my hand.
Well, you know, on this side of the flies, on stage right, there's a hidden door behind the big beams.
Oh, I found that long ago with... Never mind. We opened it together many times.
Well, then you know it opens onto the attic. Everything we've ever used in the theater is stored up there. Even Campon would get lost in that junkyard. Well, the kid could hide there for a while.
Who would feed him?
You. And now they're after the stage manager. That means the third act will be late going up.
Well, what about the audience? The last subway, the curfew?
You think that worries them? They love to catch people with their goddamn curfew. Well, let me know if you hear from them.
Who?
The kid.
Oh.
Excuse me. Where is Miss Jansen's dressing room?
In there.
Thank you.
This mascara's hopeless.
You didn't spit in it.
Don't answer it.
It may be Camille with some news.
Miss Carola Jansen?
Yes.
Could I?
Just a minute.
It's him. It's that kid.
Yes.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to get involved.
We ought to tell him.
No.
Carola, we have to tell him the Gestapo is after him.
All right, let him in.
Young man, Miss Jansen will see you now. Come in. Hurry, hurry, quickly.
I'm very sorry to bother you. I beg you, would you? Could you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm so scared.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
You know?
Of course I know.
Out in the hall, I had a whole speech prepared, but in front of you,
What are we talking about?
maybe I'd better go.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you afraid of?
Of you. What's so funny?
You're priceless.
The Gestapo is looking for you. They're here, backstage.
I apologize. I thought I'd lost them.
And they've locked the doors. I'm going to hide you in the grid.
The grid.
Over the stage in the attic. Come on.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Wait here. I'll see if it's all clear.
I'm sorry, it's over
All
so...
clear. Let's go.
I can't leave. I can't leave like this. It's what I've always wanted from you. I've been dreaming of it for 2 years.
Oh, what is it? Hurry.
Your autograph?
Oh, my God.
Now, goodbye. It was very nice to meet you.
We'd better hurry.
Excuse me. You forgot to write my name. Henri. To Henri with envy signed Carola. I don't understand. You envy me?
I envy your courage.
Well, I still don't understand.
Well, you're in a position that's, shall we say, awkward. I mean, if they caught you. Well, if I were you, the last thing I'd do would be to ask some actress for her autograph. I'd run as fast as I could.
Oh, but that wouldn't be right. Your game, I don't know. In a theater, I'm a stranger, but my game, I do know. Have you ever played hide the thimble?
In kindergarten.
Have you got a thimble?
No.
Well, let's pretend this glove is a thimble. Now close your eyes. You too. What's your name?
Mireille?
Happy to meet you. My name is Henri.
Oh, your makeup.
This game was a bad idea. I'm going.
Wait a minute, you silly kid.
Miss Jensen, please forgive me. Why did I start that ridiculous game? I'm a brute.
Parmentier is out there. We have to wait. He talks a lot. He'd turn you in. Well, let's play hide the thimble.
Oh, no. That's impossible. She doesn't like the game. It upsets her.
Upsets her? Why? Why should it upset her?
I don't know why. It just does.
Does the game upset you?
Not at all, not at all.
You see.
Let's play. Let's play. No, I mean, why not? Oh, the world is mad anyway.
You really want to play?
Oh, yes.
Your wish is my command. Close your eyes. You too, Miss Carola. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to be so rough. You have to close your eyes to play the game. Thank you.
Oh. Oh. We fall.
No.
Oh.
One for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go.
Yeah.
Cold.
Cold. Yeah.
Cold as ice.
Oh, cold as ice.
Getting warmer.
Oh.
Warmer. Warmer. Warmer.
Oh, look, they're sitting.
Let's play. Let's play, let's play. Now, let's see. What am I? Hot,
Lukewarm.
cold?
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Warmer. 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 Ooh, hot, hot. You're on fire.
I give up.
Ah.
Oh.
Now, why should the Gestapo be smarter than you?
Well, I thought of the shawl, too, but it seemed too easy.
That's just my point. Only childish games escape their scientific methods. And now, I'd better get on with my own game. If they found me here, it might be annoying.
Please go. I don't want you here.
Parmentier is still out there. You cannot leave. He cannot leave.
No.
We might as well be friends. Say something?
What I'd like to say wouldn't please Miss Jensen.
What is it?
I'd like to hold her hand.
Go ahead. Go on. Go on. I'll tell Camille we found the kid.
Who's the kid?
You are?
You were. Now you're Henri. No, Mireille. Stay here.
What did you do before the war?
In real life, I'm a bank teller.
Oh, you're joking.
You have a dimple at the corner of your mouth. Right there. It doesn't show in your photographs.
They're retouched.
Why do they do that? I think it's beautiful. You're just like I dreamt you'd be.
You'd better keep me in your dreams. The real me might disappoint you.
Beautiful.
It's makeup. Stage makeup. Oh, on stage I look well. It's my job. On stage I feel sure of myself. As if I had the whole world in my hands. My fellow players, the audience, time itself. I should never leave the stage.
I'm glad you're here.
Can't you see the difference?
No.
Oh, you're so young. Can't you see that I'm afraid? Terrified. A complete coward. If they knocked on that door, I'd be paralyzed. I'd let them take you. When we're afraid, we do shameful things. Oh, we may cry over them later. But tears don't wash acts away.
You're afraid. How marvelous. Courageous people are so boring. I know 3 of them. No, 2. Both morons. I mean, to be courageous, you have to be a little stupid. Most of us are afraid all the time. There's a trick that helps. I'll teach it to you. Now just pretend that the person that makes you afraid is more afraid of you than you are of him. Concentrate on his chattering teeth, shaking knees, bulging eyes, and you'll laugh. Or at least you'll feel better.
Oh, I'd like to try, but I'm sure it wouldn't work for me.
I'll help you. Close your eyes.
Again?
Maybe I'd better go.
Will I see you again?
I don't know.
Who are you, anyway?
Lieutenant Henri Marceau, Free French, headquarters London. I was parachuted 4 days ago, mission accomplished, returning to London.
Oh, you're joking, but you're just a choir boy.
What's the secret of my success? Also, I'm lucky. Look, I met you. And I'm here with you.
Oh, I'm glad you came.
Oh, Carola. Miss Jansen, if...
Carola.
I couldn't get to Camille. He's with them.
With whom?
The Gestapo in Campan's office. They mean business. They are coming here.
Why, here?
What have you done?
It's a long story. I shouldn't have stayed. I'll never forgive myself. Goodbye, Miss Jansen. Goodbye, Mireille.
Huh?
How many are there?
The same 2.
Then I have a chance. And don't forget, you don't know me. Some fan came to ask for your autograph, that's all. You never saw him before.
Look out. They're coming.
Oh!
The closet. No, we have to hide him in the closet.
No, I can't. You'd be my accomplice.
There's
And if
no
I'm
time
caught,
for
you
that
can-
now. Go on, go
please,
in. You like games. This one is called hide and seek.
Oh. Mireille, I have no choice. I must see General von Claudius.
Looks like destiny.
What took you so long?
Nothing.
Have you seen a tall young
I
man?
haven't left my dressing room.
There, you see? Must be some mistake.
No mistake. That old actor saw the man we're looking for. Now, what about upstairs, the others? Any foreigners, any communists?
No. In my company, never.
Carola, have you forgotten? We have a visitor.
What visitor?
This table is a mess.
A mess?
Yes, a mess. Can't you see?
Oh, yes, I see. Our visitor, we must
Visitor?
hurry.
What's got into you?
Oh, the slippers are disgraced.
This tall young man is a secret agent from London. These gentlemen think he's hiding somewhere in the theater.
Where's the room?
The bathroom.
Carola, these gentlemen would like to know if anywhere on the premises...
Don't you have a better rug?
A rug?
Oh, well, this one is a disgrace. Look at that
Will
stain.
you listen to me? Have you seen a tall young man wearing a blue necktie?
Oh, well, of course I have.
You have.
You.
Don't be cute. These gentlemen are from the Gestapo. They're looking for a tall young
Let them
man.
look. It's their job. I'm just getting my dressing room ready for inspection.
What inspection?
Oh, have you forgotten? Am I not expecting the visit of General von Claudius?
Excuse me, did you say General von Claudius?
Oh, did you think I was cleaning up for you?
You mean you accept?
Yes. Pimp.
She knows General von Claudius.
Of course. He's dropping by to see Miss Jensen after the show. Little chat, you know.
Congratulations.
What did you say?
I said, my compliments.
Oh, don't mention it.
I'm off to tell the General. Carola, you've made two men very happy. Gentlemen, may we start the third act?
By all means.
She accepts. I'm off to tell the General.
Carola accepts. She will see the General.
That's too bad.
What made you change your mind?
Oh, I don't know. Do you always do what you want?
My dear child, if you only knew. I've had only 2 roles I wanted in 50 years on the stage.
The stage. The stage. Why don't you say whorehouse?
Never mind. We're working. That's what counts. I'll tell the rest of the company. They'll all bless you.
That should set you up.
I can't find him.
He's in here.
Oh, good. As soon as those 2 Gestapo are out of the way, I'll get him upstairs.
This is a stubborn one.
I've got another idea. The window. We couldn't work it now. Too many people in the street. Later on, maybe.
There's the bell for the third act. Quick, my shawl. No, not that one. It's too sad. The beige one. Oh, since he declares his love for me, I shall not return evil for good. Evil for good. Oh, I look a wreck. Oh, hell, I hope nothing happens to Henri.
Henri?
The name of the kid.
He's gone, but Josette's there.
Josette, she won't talk.
The General's here.
God damn it.
Allow me, sir, this way. Yoo-hoo, Carola! Allow me to introduce General von Claudius, Miss Carola Jensen.
I am honored.
I have to go on stage.
I understand.
Femi?
Yes?
The bottle in my office. Bring it.
Right away.
Would you care to sit down, General? This chair has just been reupholstered. Why don't you just sit down and rest? Nobody will bother you here. Carola makes all her changes off stage. Of course, it would be more exciting for you to watch the third act off. In the scene with Fortunio, Miss Jensen is out of this world.
Act 3.
I have to go. They're holding the curtain.
May I have your permission to wait here?
Oh, are you sure you want to wait? The third act is endless and leaves me very tired. I would rather see you tomorrow.
I'm at your service, but I would prefer to see you tonight. May I have your permission to try out your reupholstered chair?
My chair would be honored.
Idioten! Hab ich nicht gesagt? Der Herr General will euch nicht hier haben.
You don't wish to see the last act?
No.
Well, everyone has his own tastes, but allow me, General, to express my surprise. I suppose you know the play.
I have read it.
The third act is an extraordinary vehicle for Carola's talents. Well, I should say genius.
I do not know about these things.
Would you care for a taste of brandy, General?
No, thank you.
Napoleon brandy, worthy of General von Claudius?
Tell me, Mr. Caron.
General...
Your duties as a theater manager must be very absorbing.
My dear sir, if only you knew, why, just tonight...
Then I will detain you no longer.
General?
Rudolph.
Zu Befehl, Herr General. Ah?
Danke. Du kannst jetzt dein Buch lesen, Rudolph.
Danke, Herr General. Hände hoch!
Lass uns gehen, Rudolph. Kein Grund mehr, hier zu bleiben. Lass. Nicht wichtig.
Und was tue ich damit?
Lass es da und bring meinen Mantel.
General, Miss Jansen had nothing to do with this.
Indeed.
May I present myself? Lieutenant Henri Marceau, Free French.
Rudolph. General von Claudius.
I must explain.
No need, Lieutenant. I wish to ignore Miss Jansen's private affairs.
Sir, on my honor, Miss Jansen had nothing to do with this, and I don't wish her to be involved.
Then what were you doing in her closet?
Hiding. She knows nothing about it.
You seem to be sincere.
I am.
Ah, I see. Your assignment was to remove General von Claudius.
Not as important as that.
Well, Lieutenant, either you are Miss Jansen's lover, or you wanted to kill me, one or the other. I would greatly prefer the latter.
It's less grandiose. I was just running away from the Gestapo.
That's too good to be true. And truth is never simple. I should like to ask you a few questions.
At your service.
Rudolph, du darfst dein Buch lesen. Sit down. You have never seen Miss Jansen?
No. Yes, I've seen her on the stage.
But you do not know her at all?
Let's say I have a great admiration for her.
Have you met her?
Well, no, sir. When I came in, she wasn't in her dressing room.
How do you know this is her dressing room? There's no name on the door.
The costumes. This dress is the one she wears in the dinner scene.
Logical. Very logical. But life is never logical. In fact, right now, I find life rather confusing. You could help me by telling me the truth. You are a soldier. So am I. It's an old, honorable profession, so we can be friends. After all, an Italian banker will talk more easily with a French banker than with an Italian farmer. The understanding between people of the same profession is the only international language.
We have nothing in common. You are a real soldier. I'm an amateur. For me, the Army's only a hobby. Regardless of who wins this war, you'll die with your General Star. In retirement, I hope.
Thank you.
I'll die in my white collar. I'm a bank teller. I was even rejected by the Army. Question of health, my lungs.
You're better now, I hope.
Oh, yes. Thank you. The type of life you force us to lead is extremely healthy for me. You see, what I needed was fresh air. If I live through this war, I'll go on to a very advanced old age.
Open the door. All right, but it's on your backs. Because me, I take care of my own socks. These doors are supposed to be closed when the actors are on the stage. But it's the rule.
Enough. So, you said this was the dinner dress.
Yes, sir.
But the dinner scene comes toward the end of the second act.
Yes, sir.
Then you came here during the intermission, and you met Carola.
Carola?
Isn't that her name?
You know her well enough to call her by her first name.
Relax, young man. I knew Miss Jansen 12 years ago. I haven't seen her for the past 10. No, what confounds me is this idiotic situation. What were you doing in the closet?
You are a strange general. I will be frank. I wanted two things at once, both vital. Get rid of your Gestapo. Get an autograph from Miss Jansen.
That I can understand. Her handwriting is most unusual.
Unique. And it was my last chance. I have to get back to London. I'll probably never see her again.
You're going back to London. May I ask you to convey my respects to my aunt, Lady Neston?
I'd never get past the door.
Not at all. Britishes are stuffy, but well-bred. Do sit down.
Thank you.
We're forced to trouble the general.
Ein Moment. Der General wird gleich herauskommen.
The Gestapo knocked on the door while I was here. She insisted that I hide in the closet.
That is so like Carola. She is charming.
Isn't she?
You make me very happy.
When I heard no more noise, I decided the room was empty. Came out, bumped into you.
Delighted.
I tried to make you believe I hadn't seen her because I didn't want to put her on the spot.
I understand perfectly.
I would give my life to keep her from harm.
Your life?
My life.
You are exaggerating.
Not at all.
But one does not give up one's life that easily. One dies for one's country, for a belief, for a great love.
Yes, for a great love. I agree with you completely.
But that's very annoying. That changes everything. What is it?
Die Gestapo-Burschen wollen mit Ihnen sprechen, Herr General.
Tell him to go to hell. I'm busy.
Aber, Herr General...
All right. What do you want?
Inspector Pierre de Cruz, sir. French Gestapo. We've traced a young resistance agent to this theater. Thought I might search Miss Jansen's dressing room. The man we're looking for is Henri Marceau.
Well?
We've been following him since this morning. Now, I've just telephoned headquarters, and they've instructed me...
That's not my concern. I am not a policeman.
But, sir, this is serious. Very serious.
That army bastard. Who does he think he is? If I had my way, I'd...
Yeah, but you don't, so what are we going to do?
Get a big wheel.
A German wheel.
Huh. And they can bitch at each other in German.
Lieutenant Marceau, I ask you to be honest with yourself and with me. You are in love with Miss Jansen. I believe you when you say you just met her. Still you are in love with her?
Yes, I am. But my love is completely unrealistic. I know she'll never be my mistress, or my wife, or even my friend. When I was a child, I was deeply in love with Marie Antoinette. I even saved her from the guillotine many times in my dreams. And in those dreams, my wildest outburst of passion never took me beyond kissing her hand. Miss Jansen has replaced Marie Antoinette. That's all.
That's all? But that's too much. You'd risk your life for a shadow, a dream? Have you got a mistress?
Not at the moment. I'm too busy.
But you must have a mistress. A boy your age without a mistress, that's not normal.
I'll think about it.
You promise?
I promise. But before I find this little mistress, I hate the thought of being cooped up in this closet while you converse with Miss Jansen.
And the idea of you eavesdropping is absurd.
Then we're in complete agreement. I must go. Goodbye, General.
They may still be out there.
If Miss Jansen weren't in danger...
But she is in danger.
Then, I'll have to stay here with you.
But I don't care for that at all. What I have to tell Miss Jansen is of a private nature, not for a social gathering.
Well, I have to be somewhere. Since I can't go out, why don't you go out?
Are you insane? I've waited 10 years for this moment.
Well, that may be, but if I were in your place, I'd go anyway.
Young man, you talk too much. No, the important thing is to find a way to get you out of here.
That's easy. Call the Gestapo. They'll get me out.
And Carola, you just finished telling me you would risk your life to avoid compromising her.
And I would.
Keep it down. It's annoying and dangerous to raise your voice.
Don't give me orders. I'm not in your army.
Where are you going?
The flowers for Miss Jansen.
I will knock.
What is that?
Flowers for Miss Jansen.
From whom?
From you, General.
Oh, I'd forgotten. Lieutenant.
Who could have sent those?
Never mind. Find the vase. Put it on the table. Oh, anywhere. Anywhere!
Miss Jansen wouldn't like that arrangement. I'll fix it. No.
They're my flowers. Enough nonsense. Now, we must get back to the one important question. The only one. Say something.
What should I say?
Say anything. I want to know what you can hear when you are installed in this closet. And please pull the drapes.
I'll take care of the general. Leave it to me.
The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, and what do you think he saw?
The other side of the mountain.
So you can hear.
When you stand too close to the door, I shall have to trust that your good breeding will keep you away from the door. May I demonstrate?
What's his slows? I wish to speak with the general.
You again.
Ah, a nest of flowers.
Yes.
General, would you permit me to make a request of you?
Tell me, Mr. Canton.
General, if you don't mind, my name is Caron.
When you are in the mood for an after-theater celebration, you know, with the best champagne, the best possible food, where do you go?
Well, Maxime's will always be Maxime's. It's very different.
You meet too many Germans there.
There's the Blue Danube. It's a different style.
Viennese music depresses me. No, I should prefer something more intimate, with discreet service, where I could talk without being overheard.
I see. Well, nowadays, that's rather hard to find. Maybe impossible. Willie's.
Willie's?
Willie will give you a private room, authentic antiques, exquisite decor, candlelight, everything. Everything. And if you wish to rest, an excellent sofa. Have to have this one replaced. Springs are completely shot.
I beg your pardon?
But Willie's sofas are famous. And the discretion of the staff, legendary.
All right, all right.
As for microphones, as you know, that's a different problem.
This is insufferable.
Why don't you stay here? You can have the champagne and caviar sent over from Willie's. Your car won't be stopped after curfew. And here, General, I can assure you, there are no microphones.
No, I think I prefer to go to Willie's. That is, if Miss Janssen will accept.
She will be flattered, of course, but...
But what?
Those gentlemen have searched.
What gentlemen?
The gentlemen from the Gestapo. They've searched the entire theater with the exception of one dressing room. This one. If they could just be sure no one was hiding in Miss Janssen's dressing room, they would give up their search. Everyone could go wherever he pleased.
Who is in charge?
The general wishes to speak with you.
I intend to take Miss Janssen out after the theater. Mr. Calderon informs me that you plan to confine the artist to this building.
General, I beg of you, I'm
sorry, sir. I didn't know. Of course, you can take out anyone you want.
I'm glad to hear it. You may go.
May I inform the General that Colonel Kroll is on the way?
Colonel Kroll.
Who is he?
He's the head man. He'll be sure to question all of us.
Tell me, Monsieur Canton. I do believe I got your name right this time.
General, I am profoundly flattered.
Well, Monsieur Canton, do those men from the Gestapo know about that closet?
General, my theater is a house of glass.
Did you tell them about that little closet?
Why should I hide it? Nothing here but a few old costumes, a stray prop or two.
You told them about the closet?
Well, yes, of course. Listen. Sensational. Last week, 13 curtain calls.
How unlucky.
Of course, tonight they're afraid they'll miss the last subway. Ugh, this war.
Yes, it rations everything. Even curtain calls.
What did he say?
Listen, another call.
What call?
Curtain call, whatever.
And we searched the room.
What room? Oh, I'm working on it.
Bravo! How did you love me tonight? Did they talk to you?
Yes, they asked me if I'd seen a fellow with a blue tie. But I didn't see him.
What I did.
You saw him?
That's what I said.
You probably told him to, you old jackass. They've been in here. Those bastards, they got their nerve. Oh. You were wonderful tonight. I watched you from the wings. I couldn't leave.
You were rather good tonight.
Thank you, darling.
Keep working.
Not since Sarah Bernhardt.
Ah, that tender touch again. Now what do you want?
He's still in there. Kick him out.
Oh, don't be childish.
You too? You give in like all the rest? It's contagious.
The General's waiting for you.
I know.
There's something else even more important. Please let the Gestapo search your dressing room. The General leaves it up to you.
You want to search my room? Why?
Well, just a formality. Then they can feel they've done their duty and they can go home. We'll all live happily ever
Oh,
after.
shut up. I refuse to let them search my dressing room.
Why? What difference can it make to you?
No difference, except I refuse to do it.
For God's sake, what's wrong? What's wrong with searching your goddamn dressing room? Now think. Why play around with these idiots?
I just don't want their filthy hands grabbing around my things. I refuse. Besides, the General's waiting for me. You don't want me to throw him out, do you?
The General wants to take you to Willie's after you're gone.
And who told you I want to go to Willie's?
Okay. Take it easy. You think about it. I'll be back. 5 minutes, huh?
No. Get the General to take you out. Camille and I will take Henri to the attic.
Oh, then I have to go to Willie's. God damn it! Well, how have you been?
All right. And you?
All right.
Oh, a nest of flowers.
A little tired.
I'm tired, too.
You sent those?
Do you like them?
Oh, they're lovely.
Thank you.
The arrangement is interesting.
Carola, I have so many things to tell
Oh,
you.
no, not now. Why don't you take me to a restaurant? I'm famished.
You're right. Let's go to Willie's.
Oh, perfect. Their foie gras is perfect. Tonight I'm just dying for foie gras.
We'll get a private room.
Oh, wonderful. I'll just be a minute.
I wait outside.
Why don't you wait in Campan's office? The hall is freezing. You'd catch cold. His office is well heated.
I don't like that man.
No, you never liked my friends.
I recognize an old quarrel. I almost welcome it.
I'm sorry, Franz.
Thank you, Carola.
For what?
You called me Franz.
Isn't that your name?
I thought you'd forgotten it.
They know about the closet. Camille heard them.
What are we going to do?
Leih mir dein Buch.
Camille says Henri can climb up the rain pipe. It's a good pipe. It's cast iron. Camille is waiting for him up at the top, and he'll hide him in the attic.
Oh, but don't they have people watching from outside?
Only on the corners, not down here. And it's very dark. Anyway, what else can we do? Honey, we have to do something.
Oh.
They know about the closet.
It doesn't matter.
You still have a chance. The window.
As you like.
The streets are being watched on the corners. But you can climb up the rain pipe. Camille is waiting for you at the top.
You're too kind.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Come on, hurry. You see that rain pipe? You crawl along the ledge.
Are you leaving just like that, without saying a word?
Camille's waiting.
Oh, but Henri, you said before we might never see each other again.
Not so loud.
Isn't that just what you want?
What got into you?
I heard you. I heard everything you said. I tried not to listen, but I couldn't help hearing certain words.
What did you hear?
You called him Franz. I cannot accept that.
What?
I cannot accept it, that's all.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
You're both fools. Stop squabbling. Go on, get out. Do you have your gun?
The general has it in his pocket.
The general? You talked to the general?
I talked to Franz.
And you're still free.
How much the general must love you.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Mireille. I saw him. I heard him. I heard you both. I heard your silences.
I think you'd better go now.
Let us hear from you. Just a couple of words. All's well, Henri. We would like to know. Don't grab the statue. That Cupid is only plaster. It will break.
Goodbye, Henri. Goodbye.
Listen.
I can't see him anymore.
Listen. That's the upstairs window. He's safe.
Safe. Oh, call Claudius.
Yes. Miss Jansen wants to see you now.
You gone?
Yes, through the window. Thank you, Franz.
Please, let's not talk about it.
Shall we go to Willie's?
Are you sure you want to go out now that we're alone? This dressing room seems very pleasant.
I'm going to find a nicer vase.
Carola, I must talk to you.
Oh, I don't want to stay here. I would like noise, music, people.
Carola, I simply must talk to you, please. Just 5 minutes of your life.
All right. I'm sure it's a mistake, but if you insist, all right.
I don't know how to begin.
Take your time.
Why do you wear those things?
To be glamorous.
I don't like masks.
They help. Wait until I take the rest of this grease off, then you'll see.
I hesitate. After all, what I have to say is very simple. I love you, Carola.
Well, here we are.
What is the answer? I feel awkward, clumsy. As if I can't find the words which might convince you. I feel I said, I love you, as if I don't. And I do. Very much. Please say something.
What?
But Carola, don't you understand? I love you.
Oh, yes, I understand. You want to have another affair with me.
Here is her dressing room right here.
Is der General bei ihr?
Jawohl, Herr Oberst.
Oberst Kroll ist da.
Leutnant Rudolf Keller.
Colonel?
Suppose I do listen to you. Suppose I let myself fall into this trap of memories. Memories are always a trap. What happens then? If we leave the theater, arm in arm, a beautiful couple, and my fellow players, the stage hands, the electricians, the whole company starts to whisper. One more cheap actress sleeping with one more general. And what will it be for you? That unpleasant feeling of finding yourself suddenly involved in a disagreeable complication, of having acted out of impulse. And this would go on and on, Franz, because you're so good. That's why you're so cruel. Remember our separation 10 years ago? You hated my ideas, you hated my way of life, you hated my friends. I even think you hated me too. But you didn't dare say it, because you're so good. Oh, God, it must be exhilarating to be so good. And you let it go on, and I was miserable. And finally, it was I who had the courage to say it. The truth is, Franz, that men often mistake their curiosity for love. They have a passion for enigmas, and the moment they know the answer, or think they do, they turn their back on the Sphinx.
Carola, I do love you. Our separation was due to a tragic misunderstanding. But I'm here now, trying to tell you about a feeling which has never left my heart. The only real feeling I have ever had about anything, including honor, duty, even my country. I mean this, Carola. I am not just being sentimental.
You're a German. All Germans are sentimental.
You mean liars? That's not true. I mean every word I say.
Well, I don't want to hear them. I don't want to suffer anymore, Franz, so let's stop all this nonsense. You want some?
No, thank you.
Then get out of here.
No, Carola.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Monsieur Campon, would you allow me to use your office?
Colonel, my office is yours. My theater is yours.
You're too kind. We don't need it for a while. A few questions.
Questions? Who?
I'll start with you.
Ah.
I'm sure you're anxious to help us find this spy.
Colonel, my devotion, my loyalty.
Colonel, new evidence.
How tedious.
But, sir, this is important.
Evidence, clues, my friends. If you want to get on in our trade, allow me to give you a piece of advice. There's only one thing that counts. The dream.
Well, that may be, sir, but one of our men in the street heard some talking, followed by the noise of a window. A window in this building.
Mr. Martin, would you be so kind as to begin the interrogation with Monsieur Campon? I may join you in a moment. For the present, I am going to meditate. The crew, nobody goes out.
That's already been taken care of, sir.
With the exception of Miss Jansen, naturally.
Naturally.
Bitte.
"10 years. It was a certain evening in July.
It was the 7th of July, a little before midnight, by the shore.
We sat there like statues, frozen. I prayed for a sign of weakness from you. Just a tear. But your eyes were dry.
So were yours.
My whole body was tied in a knot. I wanted you to cry. I wanted to protect you, to take care of you.
Oh, I told you, Franz, you are so good. But all the tears in the world wouldn't have changed the facts. Our love was dead, strangled by the imbecilic pride of the master race. You're 10 years too late.
Carola, try to understand. Then you will see that nothing will separate us again. Nothing. There will be no more General von Claudius, no more Carola Janssen, the great star of the French stage. We'll forget the army, which I detest. We'll forget your theater, which I detest even more. We'll make up for those 10 years we threw away.
I do not love you.
You do not love me.
I don't love you anymore.
Do you love someone else?
No.
That young man?
Don't be silly.
Wir müssen den Herrn General stören. Es ist äußerst dringlich.
Nein, ich habe meinen Befehl.
Your vanity is touching, Franz. You think I spent the past 10 years just crying over you? And that the day you condescend to forget our little misunderstanding, all you have to do is appear, and I shall throw myself into your arms?
What's the matter with these people? Wer sind Sie?
Oberst Kroll von der Gestapo. Ich bin mit der Untersuchung dieses Theaters beauftragt. Ich habe die Ehre, mich Ihnen vorzustellen. My dear Miss Jansen, my deepest respects. Colonel Kroll of the Gestapo.
Good evening, Colonel.
Miss Jansen, I am grieved to trouble you. Permit me to glance around your sanctuary. This is where you meditate.
It's where I make up, where I dress.
I want to ignore such materialistic details. When I see you on the stage, I don't see your clothing. I do not even see your body, nor your admirable face. I see only your soul.
Is it to ooze about Miss Jansen's soul that you inflict us with your presence?
Herr General, it is a worthy subject.
Oh, I would like to know what I can do to help these gentlemen.
Please, let's not talk about it. It's not important. It's just routine. This is precisely why I wish to use this opportunity to make the most of the essential. You.
Me?
I mean your talent, your radiance.
Oh, but I'd like to...
Please, let me forget for a moment that I am a policeman. This interview must be savored. For once in my life, I have been received by a queen.
A queen?
Even more. The living symbol of the ideas of our future.
Colonel, Miss Jansen is very tired.
No, not at all. And it's so very interesting. Would you tell me how your investigation is coming along?
You are the irrefutable answer to the asinine stupidity that almost destroyed our Western civilization. That men are born equal. Don't you think so, Herr General? When I saturate myself with your pure Aryan personality, my confidence in our cause is strengthened.
Get to the point, Colonel. Ask your questions and get out. Your presence here annoys me.
Herr General, Miss Jansen understands. She understands. We're both artists.
Tell me frankly, why are you here? Are you looking for someone?
We're still looking.
I feel exactly as you do. It is exhausting to have to arrest people.
I pity you.
If you would do your job and stop composing these saccharine phrases, we'd be rid of you.
Jawohl, Herr General. Bitte, please.
General, we know that Henri Marceau is hidden somewhere in this theater. Somebody must know where. We have to ask some questions. With your permission, we'd like to question Miss Jansen's maid.
My maid, you mean Mireille? Why?
We suspect her.
Oh, but she's with me all the time.
And now?
Miss Jansen needs this woman to help her change. You will leave her alone.
Jawohl, Herr General.
Oh, no, please, Colonel, please, Franz. I want to get these formalities out of the way, and then we can all relax and go to Willie's. Oh, tonight I'm just dying for foie gras and champagne.
Did you say Willie's? Oh, don't go to Willie's.
I beg your pardon.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I wouldn't dare to give you any advice, but please don't go to Willie's.
May I ask why not?
Well, the other day I was investigating one of the kitchen cooks at Willie's, and guess what I saw? A rat that big, quietly installed on the kitchen counter, nibbling away at a plate of foie gras.
Indeed.
The head waiter just came in and flicked him off with a napkin and took what was left into a customer. You'll never guess who. It was General Dietrich himself.
That's not very encouraging.
What a charming story. Tell me, why do you suspect Mireille?
One of our men in the street heard some conversation, followed by the sound of a window closing.
A window? Which window?
That's the question.
There are only 3 windows opening on this street.
It couldn't have been yours since you were here.
Oh, that's right. Oh, by the way, wouldn't you like to search my dressing room?
Never, Miss Jansen, never.
There's a little cupboard there.
Immaterial, of absolutely no importance. You're a genius. That's what's important.
I am beginning to suspect that behind these artistic affectations, Mr. Kroll, there's just plain clumsiness.
Herr General, I agree with you entirely. I am not a practical man.
Well, you are certainly making a mess of things, and your little ego keeps you wallowing on.
Oh, please, Franz. These gentlemen are doing their duty. They have to ask questions. I assure you, I swear to you, Mireille knows nothing. How could she? She's a very good woman. She couldn't do anything bad. She's
You're exhausted.
a very good woman.
Yes, the role of Jacqueline is crushing, and the way you live every moment of it.
Colonel Kroll, I am very patient. Incredibly patient, but you just went too far.
Jawohl, Herr General.
Stand at attention. I said attention. Shoulders back, chest out, Colonel. I suggest you return to basic training. You need it.
Jawohl, Herr General. I never had basic training. I come from civilian service.
Obviously. I order you to stop this investigation at once. Totally useless, since there is no evidence that your fugitive is in the theater. This inquiry seems motivated by a sense of hostility.
Against whom, Herr General?
Against me.
Herr General, on my honor.
What honor? Do you think I don't know the feelings of the Gestapo toward the army? Get out. Now.
So befehl, Herr General.
Abtreten.
Everything is going well.
What about the wardrobe, mistress?
Later. We have plenty of time.
He knows. I'm sure he knows.
Don't be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. I shall have those imbeciles punished.
Oh, don't do that. They'll come back. They'll find me again. They'll wait. Sooner or later, you leave me. I'll be alone, and they'll come back. Tomorrow, any day. They are so patient. You just can't escape. One fine day, somebody like Henri falls into your dressing room. It's fate. It's your destiny. You can't escape.
We can escape. And we must. There are still some places left on this earth that haven't been touched by this plague. I found one of them 3 years ago in Guatemala. A small fishing village, far from any city. Just a few Indians. It's warm and green there. The opposite of this graveyard.
How would we get there?
I have my plan carefully arranged. I'm going to send you a play on tour.
Impossible.
Abbas is a friend of mine. You will start in Portugal. I will join you there within the month. I already have my new passport. I am Mr. Miller, a Swiss art dealer.
General von Claudius, a deserter?
Quite the opposite. I am faithful to my only faith. You.
Me. Have you looked at me carefully?
I have looked at you, Carola.
But you did not see me. I'm just a shadow, Franz. I would like to die.
I'm sure it's very tempting. But the information about what goes on in the other world is rather vague. It might be worse than here.
To die is to forget.
To forget? Is that enough to make you happy?
It is. To die is to forget you've ever been afraid. That's why people drink, take drugs.
Carola, I am not asking you anything.
I drink because I'm a coward. And because I loathe myself. Campan nurses me. He's my lover.
I am not asking you anything.
Actually, I don't drink so much anymore for one reason, memory. I found I had to choose, drink, drugs, or the theater. And actually, acting is a better drug than liquor. Best way to forget.
To forget? Is that the only word you can say? Forget what? Have you committed a crime?
Would you really like to know what I wanted to forget?
Yes.
I wanted to forget Franz von Claudius. The only love of my life.
You love me. And I'm here. We're together. We're alone.
We are not alone. There's Kroll, the Gestapo, the Jews, the torturers, the firing squad, and there's Henri and there's me, as I am now.
Carola, you are beautiful.
Oh, my poor friend. But you are blind. Try to see me as I am. Can't you see all those hands that have been all over my body? This blue mark there. Campan did that. This redness here, that was somebody else. These scars that you can't erase. That was anybody, anywhere. I have let strangers use this body so I wouldn't be alone. I look at my mouth constantly in the mirror. Eyes can lie, and gestures can lie, but not a mouth. Each decaying touch leaves its mark on the mouth of a woman. And you dare pretend that you love me, as you loved this young girl 12 years ago in Lausanne under the linden tree. Get out of here, get out! You lie! You lie! You lie! You lie! Oh, you lie!
Brunel, you are indeed Monsieur Robert Brunel, stage manager.
No, sir. I'm the assistant stage manager, and I play Fortunio.
My dear young lady, this theater is not so large.
I've already told you I didn't see anyone.
General von Claudius is off on a bet in Paris. Wanted an actress? Had her.
Please, please.
Don't look so sad.
Forgive me, Carola, but this crawl makes me uneasy.
What shall I do after Willis?
You go home. The important thing is not to let the watchers know that we love each other. Until your play goes on tour, your life must continue without a single change.
What about Campan? He shares my apartment.
And that Caron bothers me. I think I will have him arrested.
Oh! Oh, that would be too ridiculous.
Yes, and it might draw attention to us.
Oh, I'll just send him to some hotel. And then, when shall I see you again?
In Lisbon.
Not before.
I'm afraid not.
I have not seen anybody. I cannot say I have seen someone when I have not seen someone.
Very well, madame, but we shall see each other again.
Who's there?
Mireille.
Goodbye, Franz.
But aren't we going to Willis?
Doesn't count. Quick, hurry. Put on your jacket. Oh, your colors are wrinkled.
You are sure this young admirer of yours got away?
No, he didn't get away. Camille told us the suite was being watched.
Where is he?
Oh, he's under the roof, just off the grid. He climbed up the drain pipe and Camille hid him.
This is very serious. Who else beside Mireille and Camille know about this?
Nobody.
And you trust these two?
Better than myself.
What happened to you?
They've started the questioning in Campan's office.
They haven't left?
They never intended to. They suspect that Henri is still in the theater.
Franz, what are we going to do?
This crawl is extremely dangerous. Of course, I have to do something. If I don't, they will simply torture Mireille and Camille until they confess.
If Mireille is in danger, I'll stay with her.
You must do what the general orders. After all, that's what generals are for, to give orders.
Staying with Mireille won't help her, and it certainly won't help you. Rudolph. Rudolph. Get a car. The large Mercedes. Blankets, food for 2 days. You will accompany Miss Janssen to Spain, and you will leave within the hour. Make the passport arrangements at once. Do you have some photographs?
Only in costume.
I'll take you to the general staff, photographic section. I'll do it in 10 minutes. Thank you, Rudolph. With a good car, you'll be in Spain in 15 hours.
I'm not going to Spain. I won't leave my friends just because they don't happen to have a general for a protector.
But the only way you can help them is to go.
You mean help myself?
If you don't go, I will tell you exactly what's going to happen. I will reiterate my orders to abandon this investigation, but it will mean nothing. This war is the war of the Gestapo, the war of the informers. Hall will smile politely, pretend to give in, and do exactly as he pleases. They are the masters, and they know it. This theater will be watched, and your young man will never get out. Neither will you.
But they have no proof that he's here.
They smell it. They will find the boy. I guarantee it. And they will know that you hid him and that I know about it. The dogs are after bigger game now.
Oh, he won't talk.
Carola, since the days of the Inquisition, the art of the question has undergone remarkable improvements. I don't want you in their hands. And the only solution left to me would be to fly over London and get shot down. May I say I prefer the jungles of Guatemala?
I won't leave.
In any case, Mireille will be taken to headquarters. You know what she can expect there. Look, once you are in Spain, you can wire Kroll. You tell him that you are the guilty one. You are the one who helped Henri escape, the only one. Mireille was not with you. And Henri went down the rain pipe, not up. You watched him disappear into the street below.
You really believe that would make them release her?
I am still General von Claudius. I don't know how long this will last, but for the moment it gives me some small authority.
Oh, it all seems so unreal, so unlikely.
It's the best I can offer.
Oh, what would they do without me tomorrow night?
Who?
Here, the theater.
Compa will close it.
Oh.
I'll see that the actors are paid.
Oh, you can't close a theater just like a grocery store. And Compa would never close a hit. Josette will replace me. Oh, I wish I had rehearsed with her more. That little girl is just not ready.
I realize this is a painful decision, but hurry, Carola, hurry.
I want to take Mireille with me.
Then take her.
My running out will really help the others.
I sincerely believe it.
Then I'm going. I'm going.
You must dress warmly. Have you a good coat?
Yes.
The car is heated, but it's snowing in Burgundy.
This heat's good for the wine.
I'll say goodbye to you in the car. I'll ride with you as far as Fontainebleau. Wait here. Do not leave this room.
Child! She's pregnant! I beg you, for God's sake!
Overstop! Mein Befehl ist Schluss damit! Schluss!
It's very nice of you to want to take me along, but I'd better not. You know, Ernest, he'd be too unhappy without me. And then there is his stomach, very delicate. He can only eat what I cook. For instance, he loves boiled beef. But if he eats boiled beef in a restaurant, he burps all night and keeps me awake. I'll tell you my recipe for boiled beef. I skim off the fat, and then I skim it off again. And again. And again. In a restaurant, they think the more fat, the better. That's how they poison their customers. My boiled beef, light as dew. You should have wool socks. The feet always get the coldest.
The car is well heated.
Progress. It's a good thing. It bothers me to see you go. But you must. That's the way it is. And if you had said no, I would have carried you by force to the car. Oh. It must be beautiful in Spain, with the sunshine and the flowers. Of course, they have the bullfights. I don't like that. Those poor cows didn't hurt anybody. Well, anyway, say what you will. There is only one Paris. And if we all left, there would be no more Frenchmen left in France. For you, it's different. A great artist. But for the rest of us, somebody has to be here to fill up the streets, to dance on them on Bastille Day, to make children.
You should talk. You didn't make any.
Oh. Well, you know that was not Ernest's fault. When he was in the service, he fathered a child by the wife of a real captain.
No.
Oh, Ernest was supposed to polish the captain's floor, but instead he liked it better to polish the captain's wife. I'll get your coat. It's a good thing. You have a wool scarf. And the gloves that I knitted for you. And don't forget to put lots of cold cream on your hands. You know, they chap so easily. Oh, Carola. We will never see each other again.
Stop it. Stop it.
I know. Never.
Ah, my little children, calm your fears and dry your tears. All is going well. General was perfect. A true gentleman, real class, race. You should have seen him. What composure. He was icy. You know, you can't learn that. You have to be born to it. The rest of them just dissolve. Well, we're safe. That's the main thing. Let's celebrate. Kiss me.
No.
Oh, not even to make me happy?
Oh, please.
Ah, I see. Madam is nervous. I won't insist. Curtain! And now let's have Act 2. Exit Mireille.
I'm busy.
Get out.
I guess you better go, Mireille. We're in a hurry, and I want to get rid of this.
Ah, it's very nice of you.
You want to know what I did with the general?
No. I don't want to know anything. We're in the midst of a battle right on the front line, and our little family quarrels disappear before the defense of our profession. Let's forget the general.
That's very big of you.
What I have to tell you is, unfortunately, much more serious. Those bastards started to drag Antoinette out the door.
Drag
To their
her?
headquarters, where they can really go to work. Camille tried to stop them. One of them smashed them with a rifle, while the others dragged Antoinette into the alley. Camille couldn't take it. He told them.
Told them what?
That Antoinette had let some young man into the theater, and that he's still here. What's wrong?
Nothing. Go on.
As when the general stepped in. Too late. Camille had already talked. Parmentier was babbling. He led some young man into your hall.
It's not my hall.
They searched every dressing room but yours. You refused to let them. Now stop this nonsense and tell me what's going on. I've got to get you out of this mess. Where the hell did he go?
You want to turn him in?
Me? Carola. I'm hurt.
Then what's the difference?
The difference is I want to know what cards I've got. And besides, after all, I have a right to know. I am your lover. I have my pride.
Oh, that's a new twist. I've known you to be more tolerant. Just an hour ago.
There's absolutely nothing in common. It's a question of saving the theater, and besides, after all, to be cuckolded by a four-star general, well, that's rather flattering. But by a mangy civilian, that's irritating.
How could I have lived with you?
Love is blind. I get it. The window. That's the only way he could have gotten out.
He climbed down the drain pipe into the street. He's a long ways off by now.
Say that again.
Like hell I will. Call Mireille.
If I were on the run, I'd never leave this theater. Too many good hiding places, like a maze chock full of little nooks and crannies, old passageways, forgotten doors. He's still here. I'm sure of it.
You know your theater. He doesn't.
Somebody helped him. One of your favorite accomplices? Camille? Mireille? How long have you been sleeping with this guy?
Oh, I pity you.
Came to the theater to see you. He knew he was being followed, but he wanted to bid you farewell.
Poor Campon.
He's in the attic. That's easy. Went along the ledge, up the rain pipe, through the little window, up the little stairs, across the grid, into the attic.
You know, you are almost right.
He is in the attic.
No. I'm not talking about that. I do have a lover. And I'm going to leave you.
And the theater?
It, too.
I'll forbid you. I have that excerpt right now. I'll turn him over to Kroll. I'll make sure he doesn't take you away.
I'm leaving with the general.
With the general? What can you do with a general?
Be happy. I love him.
You must be sick. I can't believe that.
I warned you.
When?
When I refused to see him, but you're so full of the theater you didn't even hear me.
But it doesn't make sense. It's incredible. To do that to me? With the general? If it had been an actor. Do you really think that nincompoop Josette can replace you?
Oh, Josette has real talent.
Say that again.
Josette is very gifted.
You will not leave.
And who's going to stop me?
I am. I may bring down the temple, but I'm going to teach you what you have to do.
Ah, you know what I have to do.
You're goddamn right, I know. Be on stage when the curtain goes up.
It's all over. The interrogations have been suspended until further orders, and everyone is free to go home.
What about your cold cream? Put it on right now. Wasn't it lucky that the general came to see you tonight? Don't skimp. You can use plenty.
Mireille is right. Carola, we owe you everything. I see that now. The general did it all for you. My little Mireille, would you have the graciousness to depart?
Again, in and out. I will go to see Antoinette.
General, Miss Jansen.
Let's go, Franz. Campon will postpone his little story.
No, I won't. You're going to swallow my little story right now. That's the least you can do, General. Don't you agree?
Let's go, Franz.
It's a very short little story, General. Carola is my mistress.
Mr. Campon, you do lack taste.
Well, sir, All's fair in love and war.
Who is at war with you?
You are. And I'm honored. You are. By trying to steal from me my most precious possession. My only reason for being.
You do favor overstuffed words, don't you?
The theater, my dear sir. Carola and I belong to the theater. That's a detail you seem to overlook. Ask this solemn, silent tomb to divulge its sinister secret. Not a bad line, General, worthy of the melodrama.
Oh, my poor Caron, you try so hard. The general knew that Henri was in the closet.
Why didn't he tell them?
Them?
Kroll, the others, any one of them. Why the hell didn't he have him arrested? I don't get it.
Don't try.
Why? So, I am a worm.
I'm afraid you are.
Carola, don't go.
Get out of my way, you worm!
Don't go. I beg of you, don't go. Stay with the general as much as you want, but don't go. I don't care. You can cheat on me if you want to. You're too good for me. Too good. After all, I only love whores. Whores, do you hear? Only whores. I'll hold on to you. I won't let you go. I'll throw myself beneath the wheels of your coach. I'll throw myself beneath the wheels of your coach.
Oh, that's enough!
I'll throw myself beneath the wheel.
This time, you're really going. It breaks my heart, but it's the right thing. Look at you. Stop it. What's the matter with you? You should be ashamed of yourself.
What about you?
I am a woman.
Pardon me, Herr General, but something very serious has occurred. We will use your dressing room. Madame, leave the room. You stay. You're going to help us. Herr General, during a complete search of the buildings adjacent to the theater in the apartment right across the street, a gentleman told us that he saw somebody inching along the ledge of this theater.
That sounds like nonsense, Kroll. It's too dark to see across the street.
As a matter of fact, Herr General, you're perfectly right. The darkness did prevent the witness from distinguishing details, but he is unshakable in his conviction that he saw a human form inching along the ledge which runs outside of this dressing room. What impresses me is that this gentleman saw the figure at the same time as our men heard the sound of a window.
So?
I took the liberty of placing a call to Berlin myself. I expect to hear from them any moment. Naturally, until I receive further orders, I could not take the responsibility of allowing anyone to leave. Perhaps, when the call comes through, you could mention to them that you want to take Miss Janssen to supper. That would cover me. Monsieur Caron, we have made a vain attempt to search your attic. A systematic investigation of such a place is difficult. One gets lost among the piles of old junk, forgotten furniture, baskets full of old costumes, pieces of scenery hanging from the beams. Total chaos. We need a guide.
A guide? Where?
Your attic. The fugitive is hiding in your attic. You will be our guide. We anticipate some difficulties.
You mean a fight?
Naturally. Henri Marceau won't give up without a fight. What did you say, Miss Janssen?
Miss Janssen is terrified of guns.
A battle. The final battle. The only one that counts. The battle for Carola. Carola, you will not leave the theater. I throw myself beneath the wheels of your coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Caron, the worm. Caron, the would-be actor, is going to triumph tonight in a magnificent role. The roles of Jouvet, Barrymore, Sir Beerbohm-Tree would give their crowns to play. The role of a genuine hero.
Open the door, open it!
Don
Down.
Open it or I'll have you all shot.
Open the door. Open it.
Open it. Who's out there?
Mireille, don't open it! Don't open it!
Miss Jansen, you're against us. I knew it. The second I met you, I knew it.
You will not touch her.
Don't be afraid, my darling.
Thank you, Franz, but I'm not afraid anymore.
But General, don't you realize that fool Caron, he's helping Henri Marceau get away?
God help them!
Miss Jansen, you're unwise.
You can't get out without a pass from Colonel Crow.
I got bait for anything from those crooks.
Who's out there?
Is that you, sir?
Yes, you goddamn fool. Open up. Let's get out of here.
The key.
No! No!
Martin!
No!
What the hell? Get off him! Get out of the way! What the hell's going on? They locked up Colonel Crow. What?
No! No!
Go tell Colonel and the others. Send men up to the attic. Marceau's out there.
No, I want to be there. I want to be with them.
Carola, I beg you.
I've got to know. I've got to know. No. Go back. They're not there. They got away. They got away.
Carola.
Alles ist bereit, Herr General.
Warte unseren Wagen. Rudolph is here. The car's waiting. There's still time. Carola, we are both lost if you don't come.
I want to know. I've got to know.
Now you know. Carola, please, I beg you, come.
Yes, now I know. Poor Franz.
Our poor love. Herr General, my mission is completed. Henri Marceau is dead. Miss Jansen, you may leave the theater. Everyone may leave.
Well, Cole, you'll get a promotion.
Unfortunately not, Herr General. My mission is completed, but not accomplished. My orders were to take Henri Marceau alive. Excuse me, Miss Jansen. May I borrow a towel? He defended himself with an old stage sword.
And Caron?
He sided with Marceau. We had to kill him, too.
How I envy them. It must be beautiful to leave this earth with a great belief. A belief that propels you toward eternity.
Miss Jansen, I would like to add my voice to those of your friends. I beg you to go. In your place, I would take advantage of that calm that strangely follow moments of violence. I would escape to Spain. in the large Mercedes that is waiting for you downstairs. As a follow-up to the report which, to my great regret, I must submit to headquarters, you will sooner or later be summoned by our office for an interrogation. May I respectfully, Herr General von Claudius, give you the same advice? You'd better leave with Miss Jensen.
Colonel Kroll, you interfere.
That is my trade, Herr General. But I also have a hobby, painting. I am a Sunday painter. And painting teaches one to appreciate beauty and quality. Let me be frank with you, Herr General. You were one of the last gentlemen of the German army. And I would like to see you live.
On a reservation, like the African elephant?
No, in freedom. Like the white tiger of the Himalayas.
How magnanimous.
Take him away with you, Miss Jansen. Otherwise you will have killed him just as surely as that Jewess in the Bible killed some Persian general.
Chaldean. His name was Holofernes. And Judith killed him. After a night of love.
I often wondered if that Judith really loved the general or if it was all an act.
She loved him, you can be sure of that.
Why did she kill him? The Jews were already defeated. The general's murder could only provoke unpleasant reprisals.
Judith killed Holofernes because he was guilty.
Guilty of what? Winning a war is the job of a general.
Guilty of knowing.
We all know, and we all have to accept.
No.
Since the Romans, the von Claudiuses have been good soldiers. At least legend has it that way. And you, my poor dear Carola, what are you going to do?
Wait. We will play tomorrow. Tell the rest of the company. There will be no performance on the day of Campau's funeral.